in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it?
Coach, this is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's just, man, work. 24 is the mark. You remember me. Let's go, baby.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
That's it. 180. Number 53. Mike 53. Work. General West. Switch. Check. Lucky. Work. Shit.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, ball. Move.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Inside.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Between 18. Back north. You go tight. You got tight. Back north. You got tight right there.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check 4, check 4. You draw courses. 51. Pick me up. Here we go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Move.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Lock in. Check it out. Alert. Hey, orbit. I got one.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, a run with Cohen. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 56 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch the safety creep. Ran, come. 51's the mic. Hey, come on now. Alert. Hey, exit.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 35-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
55. Alert. Ran, come. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Now he's flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here I come. Hey, dude. 24 is the mic. Get ready. 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Hey, Delta. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Right, 80. So we got man. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ran, come. Stop. Hey, 18.
Trubisky will throw. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
180! Check 53. There's a party now. Alert. Lock in. Bravo. Get him. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And Dawson's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Green 18. 58 right there. Go to 50. Run. Good side, baby. That's a baby side. Switch. Green 89.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
That's good for Packers. First down.
Green 18. Hey, 88. Go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
58. Let's go. Do you tighten up? 30. Let's go. Do you tighten up? Zoom. 94 is the mic. Hey, Haywood. 94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. Quit talking about it.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Let's get it. Alert. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down.
Come on. 180. Let's see what you got. Joker. Hey, watch it. Check 43.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the... Alert. Hey. Mike 7. Mike 50. Here we go.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Jump out!
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 51. I got you. Mike 51.
Now Trubisky to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks on the NFL scoreboard. Third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Miller. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Dawson's kick is up and through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken short. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They try again with Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On third down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Again, it's Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
180! I want to work! I want to work! Tight end to the left, tight end left. Out.
Now Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Switch it. Check 52.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded inside the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Number 53. Mike 53.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made